Students, now today we will discuss how rate of reaction depends upon concentration of the reactants in detail. See, if you remember, in law of mass action we have been discussing that at a particular temperature the rate of reaction is directly proportional to the product of active masses, or we can say concentration in terms of reactants. We do that in equilibrium. So same, I have written one arbitrary equation. A moles of A plus B moles of B forms product. Suppose you have this equation. So how do we apply law of mass action? We will write rate is proportional to concentration. That square bracket represents concentration. Concentration of A to the power A. That is as per law of mass action. Whatever coefficients are there, we will put it to the power into B to the power B. So B concentration to the power B, the moles given. And we remove the proportionality sign and put a constant. So that is rate is equal to K, A to the power A, B to the power B. Now, this was according to law of mass action. There is slight difference in the rate expression or the rate law which we will be talking about in this chapter, chemical kinetics. So that rate expression or rate law which we will write now is derived experimentally. It is not as per the coefficients. That is the main difference between the two. Please mind it, children. As per chemical kinetics, the rate law or rate expression we will be writing, that is determined experimentally. So you and me don't have to learn what will be these values. These are experimentally determined. Suppose in this particular equation only, the powers are say alpha or beta. Suppose they are determined. How they are determined in the later part we will be studying in this chapter. So suppose the powers are found to be rate is proportional to concentration of A to the power alpha, say B to the power beta. Then we can write rate is equal to K, some constant, rate constant K, and concentration of A to the power alpha, B to the power beta. Now what is this rate this K? That is the rate constant, like we were saying here also. There of course it was equilibrium, means we were talking separately of forward and backward. We are assuming only one sided now. So that is called as rate constant, or it is also called as velocity constant. Is that part clear now? First, do not decide these powers by the balanced equation. These will be determined experimentally. In the numericals, we will be discussing how we are getting alpha and beta. Yeah? Then, what are the characteristics of that rate constant K, which we have written here? Number one, it is a measure for the rate of reaction. Means, higher the K value, higher is the rate of reaction. Suppose any question is given to you where 3-4 options are there. These are the K values for the different reactions. Which has a more rate of reaction? Higher the K value, more is the rate of reaction. That is the first factor. The second factor is that the K has a definite value only at a particular temperature. That means for one particular reaction, if I carry out at one particular temperature, throughout the completion of the reaction, the K will remain fixed. If I change temperature, the rate constant K will change. So it has a definite value only at a particular temperature. But if it is at one temperature, throughout the reaction, K will remain fixed. Change the temperature, K will change. How it will change with the temperature? Again in the Arrhenius equation we will be discussing. It does not depend upon concentration of the reactant. That means the K is always fixed for one particular reaction. As we have discussed, when the reaction is going on, concentration of the reactant is always decreasing. That doesn't mean K goes on decreasing. Till the completion of the reaction, K will remain fixed. So it is not dependent upon concentration of reactant. Is this clear? Then, in this equation, that is rate law. If I write concentration of A and concentration of B as 1, if they are 1, then what we have? rate is equal to K. So we have specified concentration of A is 1, B is 1. So we are writing this K. That is the reason why we also call K as specific reaction rate. So there are three names I discussed: velocity constant, rate constant, specific reaction rate. Clear? Now, once we are done with the rate law, this was the rate law or the rate expression. What are the powers in this? Alpha and beta. The sum of the powers is called as order of the reaction. That is called order of the reaction. That means what is the order for this particular reaction? Alpha plus beta. There is another term I am introducing now in chemical kinetics, that is order of reaction. So how do we define it? We define order of reaction as sum of the powers to which the concentration terms are raised in the rate expression. This was the rate expression. We had the powers as alpha and beta. So alpha plus beta. How do the alpha and beta appear? They appear experimentally. So alpha plus beta sum is called as order of the reaction. Order for any reaction can be 0, can be fraction, and it is always determined experimentally. Again, we will be discussing examples of this, how this can be 0. Sometimes it appears in a reaction, you have a reactant, but still it is not dependent on its concentration. So if this is 0, we will call it as 0 order reaction. If the power is 1, we will say first order reaction, second order reaction, third order reaction. The maximum you have, that maximum value for the order is 3. Of course, you have some reactions where order even exceeds to 4. But most of the reactions we are considering is 3. So remember, the maximum order, what we will consider is 3. Now we will talk about units of K. Now for that I have taken one equation. Rate is K, concentration of A to the power N. What will be K here? Rate by concentration of A to the power N. So I will write the unit of rate as mole per liter per time. And down this is concentration, so mole per liter. So that was nothing to the power 1 I have written. This is to the power N. N can be any order. N is order. So depending upon what the order is, the unit of K will change. So if I take this term in the numerator, this becomes as mole per liter to the power 1 minus N per time. Remember children, very very important, this is unit of K, where N is order. It is order of the reaction. Clear?